What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I'm gonna preach, man, these guys are petty. I have to really give them their credit. I thought I was petty, and I am very petty, by the way. But these guys are very petty. And, of course, this whole beef with them and Fresh and Dusty, it's been going on for a while. But one of the things that I'd like to do, if I can, is focus on a prediction that they made. Now, they just recently made a video 12 hours ago called Fresh and Fit and More Red Pillars Are Quitting YouTube, in which they focused on Dusty guys like Donovan Sharp, Andrew Booty Clapping Tate, and other Dusty red pillars in this space, right? But now I want to play a particular clip of what they said about Fresh and Fit going to Twitch.
Okay, so now they're gonna quit the live streaming on YouTube. They won't last on Twitch, probably last a couple of months, and then they'll be banned from there. So they're only gonna be on Rumble. And now basically the biggest channel of the whole red pill space is going to pretty much kill its own growth.
Now, this is probably recorded before we found out what happened on Twitch with Fresh and Fit, but let's play the clip that got Fresh and Fit banned from Twitch.
All those streamers that I mentioned, all you fucking guys, you FaZe guys, Aiden Rosses, Neons, Jinxies, who else? Neons, like all these young guys. Like, you guys are literally leading the next generation, and you guys are turning them into simps, man, and that's a problem, because these guys are going to follow in your footsteps. Next thing you know, they're going into 304s and they become addicted, and then they don't have the ability or the confidence, right, or the motivation to go out there and forge real relationships with women or understand what it takes to be attractive, and they're just whacking off to porn all day. It's a problem. This is a real issue. And then they suffer from erectile dysfunction, and it has a whole bunch of other problems that come down the line. And the problem is that these Twitch streamers, they bring these girls on and they pedestalize them, they get into relationships with them, and the worst part is they make it where it's acceptable to wife up. Let me be very clear about this. You never, ever, ever wife up promiscuous women. They will ruin life. You fuck this. Okay? They will ruin your life. They'll siphon all the value from you, and they'll leave you. Yep. Okay? That's what ends up happening. All right? You look at someone like, look at these streamers as an example. How many times has Neon broken up with How many times? And she embarrasses him. How many times?
Vitaly brought photos of her naked.
Bro.
In person. That right there would have ended shit for most people.
Jinxie's crying over this chick. He's addicted to because of her. How funny is that? A girl tell you can't look at the girls to do the same thing that I do.
The irony is crazy.
Right? And these guys have big audiences, and they're making it okay to get with girls that are 304s. No! Women like this will ruin life, because let me tell you guys something about this, okay? For all the young people that are watching right now, hopefully we're on the front page of Twitch, so this
So you've heard that, okay? Now I want to just continue on, if I can, all right? They've predicted this, but listen to this next part about the future of the red pill.
I mean, they can't grow.
No.
I mean, look at Andrew Tate. He went from talking about the whole men's activist stuff to now just doing a bunch of race bait stuff on Twitter just to get shock value, to get notoriety. Like, he's just trying to squeeze the last bit of juice before he kind of fades into irrelevance.
That's what Myron is doing as well.
Yeah, that's my whole point. Everyone's just squeezing the orange dry before they got to quit. But I promise you, 2-3 years from now, Andrew Tate's going to be an irrelevant name. 2-3 years from now, this whole Fresh and Fit stuff going to be dead. When I say dead, does not mean that they're no longer going to be around. Their reach is going to just keep, it's already plummeted. It's going to keep plummeting. What I had predicted, which was these people don't know how to strategize, they don't know how to make good messaging, they don't know how to actually package any of their stuff. All these people are going to fade to irrelevancy.
Now, I want you to listen to how these guys are grifting, okay? Now, if we go to Myron posted this clip, okay, just 17 hours ago. Do these 3 things on every first date before you act shocked. Now look at this. Yes, I was a dating coach prior to getting involved in geopolitics, true crime, real estate, investing, and fitness. You can say that I'm the most diversified creator on X.
Bruh.
You guys see that? I was a dating coach, right? The reality is these guys are just grifters, okay? That's all of them. Now, in my purpose, when I was involved with the red pill community, it was Black Manosphere based. I never really collaborated with any of these guys out on the far right for the most part. I wasn't interested in that. And a lot of my content, although I'm still very much male oriented, I'm more black centered than anything. I talked about more or less black issues, black things that occurred. So I never was really trying to grift off the black red pill or the red pill stuff or just saying things because I felt like it would make money. As a content creator, albeit I'm not perfect, I've tried to make my decisions and stand on my positions based on what I feel is true as I've been growing as a man. That's what, you guys have seen me pivot from certain things as I found out certain things were more true than others. Like I used to be a lot harder on women than I am now. And then what I realize is a lot of this stuff can be solved by men themselves. And a lot of black men, if we were to help each other more, we would have less of these issues. So it became more of an issue like, okay, let me not blame the women because they still should be held accountable. But again, as you become successful as a man, you don't really need these issues so much. You can kind of basically go out and do whatever. And you don't have to put up with certain things once you got your stuff taken care of. Even if you don't have it taken care of, you still got to put up with it. These guys are different. These guys will do anything when they see fit to make money. And do you know what happens? They all end up broke. Look at Donovan Sharp. Donovan Sharp got his first opportunity with the black community online. The Black Manosphere. It was a terrible fit, I'll admit. But hey, I was running the Manosphere at that time, the Black Manosphere community. I was trying to get a black guy that other black guys could relate to, that could have that experience. And the reality was that Donovan was just willing to do anything for money. Same thing with Andrew Tate. Now, like Abba said, they're saying anything. They're going after the Jews. They're trying to just basically go viral. They're attacking anybody because they don't really have any, they can't really create content for real. They're not really good. So if you take Myron and you take the OnlyFans models away from him, and if you take shock value away from him, he doesn't really have anything to say. He's not necessarily funny. He's not really witty. He's not intelligent, and he's not really loyal to any community. And again, he will grift and he will lie. And that's the difference between these guys. And that's why they're just they're extreme booty clappers. And then Abba and Preach have pretty much explained that. And it's crazy because Myron accused Abba and Preach of doing anything for money. I'll be honest, even though, Abba and Preach, they have a much wider fan base than I do. And they talk about topics, let me just say that I'm not always interested in. One thing is for sure, those guys have been very authentic. They're probably the most authentic creators on the YouTube platform. They make money doing this for sure, right? But Abba and Preach are so true to themselves. They're so true to themselves. That's what we're not dealing with. And a lot of these guys come on here and they've never made any money. They start doing whatever they can for money. And you act like your audience can't see when you're grifting, and your audience can tell when you're a grifter. They can see it. When you're a grifter, people know. And that's the issue. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy OCD Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.